Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Dom and we're here to talk about unusual options activity. Alright, let's kick it off with the disclaimer. Disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. The statements made in this program here are solely the opinion of the show and are not a specific inducement to bank an investment. One must perform their own due diligence and realize that all investments carry risk. There's no guarantee of profit. Alright everyone, first one I want to bring up today is Snap. Now, there was some huge options activity here in some of these short-dated calls. People were coming in and buying these October 29th 60 strike calls. Now, the stock is at about 54.50. It suffered a huge drawdown after their earnings a couple days ago. I'm not sure if this was a play on Facebook's earnings. And if Facebook's earnings were really good, then Snap would therefore go higher. Facebook reported after the close. The stock, Facebook is not really up too much. But regardless, there was some huge call activity here. 55,000 contracts traded, open interest of about 2,000. I think there was even some more expirations here that were people were coming in and buying some calls. So I decided to buy the stock in this one, and I took a flyer on a short-dated spread here. Now, why I did the spread was because the implied volatility is super high after that massive drop after earnings. So I decided to do a vertical spread here and limit myself from experiencing the compression effects and volatility, which will pretty much make you lose money. So as you can see from the chart here, this thing had a huge drawdown just a couple of days ago. Traded down to 55 was the low. I think right after they reported, the low was about 52. So I think we got in right at this level around 54.50. I like this level. I'll add to the stock if Snapchat continues to trade down. I'll probably have to cut the loss in the option though, considering that these options expire this Friday. So next one I want to bring up is QS, QuantumScape. Now, there was some huge call buying here. They have earnings coming up tomorrow after the close. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one into earnings. If it rallies another 10% like it did today, then I would probably consider taking that off because we probably have close to 100% gain if it rallied 10%. So in that case, I would probably take it off and look to roll up the options, or probably I would just take it off and take some profits and move on to the next trade because I don't want to overstay my welcome. But if you look here, there were some huge, large, out-of-the-money calls trading here. 17,000 contracts traded of the November 19th 33 strike call. They were even buying the 36 strike call. That's so far out of the money. That's like 10 points out of the money. The stock is at 25. So for these calls to be profitable on expiration, which I don't expect them to hold until expiration, but they're expecting an aggressive move in the very short term. Very short term, aggressive move, pretty much like tomorrow or the next day. It could be an earnings play here. I don't normally like playing earnings here, but since this call activity is so large, so far out of the money, and considerably short term, options that expire in less than a month, a few weeks, that I really like that activity. Maybe they'll have some announcement in the earnings call about another battery milestone that they hit. This is an EV battery maker. I'm not sure. That's why, we're kind of tagging along here. That's the risk with this strategy. We don't know why they're buying calls. We don't know if they're hedging a short position. We just don't know. So that's the number one risk with this strategy, just following people. But you want to follow smart traders, buying out of the money calls, buying short-term calls, and putting down considerable amount of money, that they're going to lose if the stock doesn't move in the direction that they're betting. So take a look at the chart real quick. This stock traded up to about $132. That was just a huge bubble. So this thing has come back to about 20. I do like this stock long-term. It's definitely a speculative play, so I prefer to play it through options. Haven't owned the stock, just traded the options in the past, and it's been a good stock to own. Every time they've been buying calls and I get in, I seem to make a profit. So, we're in these calls, everyone, and we will see what happens. Thanks to everyone who has been subscribing. I really appreciate it. Make sure to check out my Twitter channel at OptionGuru100. I post about trades over there as well, so shoot me a follow over there. Make sure to shoot a subscribe so I keep making more videos, and make sure to like this video so I know to keep making more videos like this. We'll see you in the next one.